Hello, my name is Folayemi. Welcome to Elizabeth told me to say that. Don't mind me. Hello, my name is Folayemi, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always supporting me. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this channel. I'll be dishing out nuggets on data analysis, and I'll be talking about myself in the future. So in today's video, we'll be working on customer data. Last time, the customer data I used, YouTube kind of flagged it, then I had to re-edit it and blur out the video. I hope this really works well with YouTube. So we'll be doing some exploratory data analysis on Excel. So the customer data will be like doing a bit of cleaning, and I'll be showing you some cleaning data cleaning tips apart from the one I did last time. If you haven't watched that video, please go back and watch it to the end. You can watch it bit by bit if it's too long for you. So guys, we'll be using some trim function, clean function to remove through spaces, and yeah, we'll be using trim, clean. We'll be using some if functions. We'll be using some average, doing some descriptive statistics. We'll be using like mean, maximum, and median, and we'll be doing some standard deviation, even though it's not really necessary, but there's some data you analyze in the future that will require you to use some of these basic statistics, descriptive statistics. And we'll be using VLOOKUP. XLOOKUP is for the new version of Excel, which is Excel 365. So we'll be doing some using pivot table to analyze our data. I'll be using a pivot chart to visualize our data. So we'll work with that, and we'll be using that to derive insight from this customer data. Without further ado, so let's get right into the video. So we're working on customer purchase behavior analysis, and this is the data I will be working with, and this is our data dictionary. So the customer ID is a unique ID of each customers. The age is the age of the customers. The annual income is the customer's annual income. So why am I doing this exactly? So when you get your data, it is very, very important to understand the data set that you are given. You need to understand it. You need to know what you need, what columns you need, what you don't need, so you can like remove it or add to it in your analysis. So going forward, you understand what I am trying to say. So our purchase amount is the total amount of purchases made by customers in USD. So this is the purchase amount. So it's the amount the customer must the purchase made by the customers. So when they go to the stores, what they bought, the amount of what they've been buying, maybe from last year, maybe from last month, and stuffs like that. Get what I'm trying to say? So that is basically is the total amount of purchase that is made by the customers, and it's in USD. So as you can see, in our amounts column, there is no USD in it, and it's in numbers. So we need to format this. We know that this needs some cleaning to be done. So the region, purchase frequency of customer purchases, number of times by year. So the number of times that they come to the store to get stuff. So the number of times, maybe this month they came, they get something of $5. Next month they come, they get something of $100. So throughout that year, so the amount of time that they walk into the store or they come to online store to get something. So
their record is stored, the region where the customers live, so north, south, east, west. So just know that sometimes when you have a region of your customer, it may not be written in their in country or state. Depends on the data you're working with. So this is what we have. So loyalty score, customer loyalty score, a value between 0 to 100. So how, let's say maybe they've calculated how frequent they come to the store, how frequent they buy stuff. So they've already like estimated and give them like score from 0 to 100. So let's check out our loyalty score for now and see. Let's see. So we'll be doing some um descriptive statistics for this. We want to know the highest score that is here, because they said 1 to 100. It might not be up to that, so we'll be seeing it, the lowest numbers, the highest number, the medium number. You see how you can do this very very soon. So before we go, we've understand our data, right? The next thing is the data cleaning. So before that, let's look at this. This says the dataset include information of customers' profile and their purchasing behaviors. These data feature columns for user ID, age, annual income, purchase amount, loyalty scores, categorized into classes. So region and purchase frequency. It is intended for analyzing customer segmentation and loyalty trend, and can be used for various machine learning and data analysis tasks related to customer behavior and market research. So this data was gotten from Kaggle. I downloaded it from Kaggle. So Kaggle, Kaggle. So you can get free data set from there, like whenever you want to practice your data analysis or data analytics skills, you can get your data from Kaggle. Or you can look for data set on Google Cloud, which is Google BigQuery. So they have some free data sets in there. So first thing we are going to be doing with this data is look at it very well and see what we need to do. So first and first, they told us that our annual income is in USD and our purchase amount is in USD, right? But this is in numbers, and with the numbers, there are some numbers that has spaces and stuff in it. So there are some numbers here that has spaces in it, and it's not supposed to be that way. So what we are going to be doing first and first is come to this column, or click on this column and right click on it and insert a new column on the side. So we are going to be reformat that later. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be removing any trail spaces from here. We're going to be removing every trail spaces from this data. I'm coming. Okay, is removing trail spaces from our data. I'm going to be removing trail spaces from this data, and we're going to be removing the comma separated comma here, the unwanted, anything that is unwanted here, like this comma, we're going to be removing it. So let's go, guys. So click on an empty space in the column, in your column here, an empty like column. Click on it and do start your formula with equals to. So the equals to sign basically tells Excel that you want to write a formula in there. So now you write trim. The trim function basically remove any unwanted spaces in your data, so in your column or your data. So the text you want to remove, so it's write it as text, as you can see. So we are going to be So it says text here. So we're not dealing with text, right? But this is what we can use at the time. So click on the column you want to, the first data on the column you want to remove spaces from, and close your bracket and press enter. So after pressing enter, go back to in there and right click on this green box. Right click on this green box. So it's formatted it for you. So, but we are not done yet, right? So after that, click Ctrl C. Ctrl C is copy. So it will copy this for you. Then go back in here to your purchase amount and click on go to paste and go to paste values. Go to paste values. So click on it and it will paste it for you. Or go in here and click on Control Command and V. Control Command and V. I'm using a MacBook, so that is what I have. So Control V for Windows. So it will bring out this space special for you. Then click on values. So it basically extract the formulas from the data. So and click OK. So it does the same thing for you. So you don't need to panic. So I'm going to be deleting that and I'll be deleting this. So we have our data here, but it's giving us an error message. So if I want to convert number, so number is stored as a text. So I'm going to ignore that. So we have another spaces here. We have two spaces in this text, right? So I'm going to be doing the same thing I did the last time. See, we still have some spaces here, right? See, I have one space in here, and here we have like a dot in here. So I'm going to like click into here and it equals to trim function again, and this time I'm going to be doing substitute. No, I'm going to be doing trim first, then I'm going to use substitute to remove this dot. This decimal number is not supposed to be in decimal. It's $380. So I'm going to be clicking on this and close the brackets and enter. So I'm going to do the same thing, double click. So we still have our 150 here. We still have one more spaces in here. So let's try to convert this. Let's try to substitute. Let's remove this space, this dot. Let's remove this decimal place. So let's say equals to substitute. Substitute the text we want to remove. So what I'm going to do is click on this test. The old test is what you want to remove. So I'm using substitute because like it removed the what you want to remove, then replace it with something else. So I'm going to say what I want to remove is this dot, this decimal. So I'm going to put it into a column. This is my decimal, and I'm going to do. So for context, these columns means that Excel normally recognize numbers. All right. So when it comes to string, which is text, you need to put it in a bracket. In a column for it to recognize it as a text. So I'm going to do my comma. What I want to replace it with is nothing. So I'm going to be replacing it with nothing, which is column. Column is nothing. So I'm going to close my brackets and say okay. So I'm going to double click here. Now I've done that. Right? So I have this here. I'm going to be copying it, Control C, and paste it here. I'm going to paste special, paste value. So I'm going to ignore error. I'm going to delete this again. So I still have some trail spaces in here. So I'm going to be using the same substitute we used earlier on. So I'm going to say equals to, I'm going to try it, substitute. I'm going to say the text I want to do is this. Then if I want to do spaces, I'm going to do column, then put space in between, then put column. Column is like a text, it's like a character. So I'm going to say comma. What do I want to like replace replace the this thing with? The number, the text width, especially the space width is nothing. So I'm going to click on two column, double column, and close my bracket, then close it. So I'm going to double click again. Now check this out. So look at our 150 here. Look at our 150 is now 150 without space in it. So we now have our data without spaces in it. So what you can do is you can copy this and put it in here, or like so. Since this already has a formula, so we are going to be clicking on this. We are going to copy and paste special in here. I'm going to paste value in there, and we are going to be ignoring this error. So we are going to be deleting this. We don't need it. So we have our data without spaces, without any character in it. Going forward, so let's check our region. Our region column has some space, some trail characters in it, which is comma. We want to remove that also. So what we are going to be doing is what we did earlier. So we are going to so we are going to do substitute also. We can use clean, clean text. Clean function also remove characters from your data. So we are going to be closing our bracket, then okay. Then we are going to double click this. So we still have this. So clean can remove spaces and can remove characters also, but it's not working right now. So what we are going to be doing is using our substitute function. I'm going to use our substitute function instead of clean. Substitute. Okay, so we are going to be using our text. The old text we want to remove is comma inside a column, and the new text we want to put in is nothing, right? So we close our bracket and we double click it. So we now have our states, region, free from commas or any character. So same goes with if you have like dot in your data. Yes, if you have like dot in your data, maybe full stop, anything in your data, you can use substitute for it. You can use that as your trim instead of your trim also. So that is it. So let's copy it and paste special, paste value. So it removed it initially. So what we are going to be doing is Control C and put Control V here, which is region, then delete this region. So I think we are done. I'm going to be deleting this column. So we have our region here. So you can copy to the other column. You can leave it as that. So you can copy and paste to the same column, so it will remove the formula for you. So that is that. So what is next? So we already removed our trail spaces. So let's check for duplicates. So let's go in here. We did it last time, right? Go to formatting. So we're going to align cell rows. Oh, what is going on? So do duplicate values. We want to align duplicate values. There's nothing. This our purchase amount is in text, and we don't know what to do with it. So we are going to be converting it into numbers. Control Z. So equals numbers, number value. We are going to do this. Decimal separator, no decimal. Group separator, no group. We are going to close it and say okay. So we convert that into like numbers. So as you can see, this converts it into numbers using number values, right? Using number values. So what we are going to be doing is so we are going to be copying this text, these numbers. We're going to come in here and paste special, Ctrl plus V. So we are going to be copying our value in here and say okay. So we now have our data, though it's formatted as a what's it called, as a decimal place. So it's formatted in decimal place. That is not a problem actually. So we can come in here and reduce it. You can reduce your decimal in here, and you can put in currency. So you can come in more number formats and change your currency to USD. So you are good. So we are good with this. We have our purchase amount in numbers using the value function. So annual income also. So you can say okay, the annual income of this person. Go to more numbers and change the currency, reduce the decimal place, and change it also to United States, and we are good to go. Now we have our data in a good normal format. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is descriptive statistics. So we are going to be using a descriptive statistics to know the minimum income, annual income of the customers, the highest income of the customers, the highest purchase amount throughout their time with us. I mean the highest lowest loyalty score or the lowest loyalty score.
Thank you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. See you next time. Bye.